Nobody knows this stuff better than me.
Nobody knows more about taxes than I do.
True.
And income than I do.
Nobody knows more about construction than I do.
Nobody knows more about campaign finance than I do.
I know more about drones than anybody. Nobody knows much more about
About drones? Drones?
technology, this type of technology, certainly, than I do.
Nobody knows more about technology than me.
Nobody in the history of this country has ever known so much about infrastructure as Donald Trump. I know the H-1B. I know the H-2B. Nobody knows it better than me.
I know more about ISIS than the generals do, believe me. I understand things. I comprehend very well, okay? Better than, I think, almost anybody.
And by the way, who knew the other side of the picture better than me? I knew it.
Nobody knows more about environmental impact statements than me. I understand the power of Facebook. Nobody knows more about environmental impact statements than me. I understand
Just out of fucking nowhere.
the power of Facebook. Maybe better than almost anybody. I know
That's
more about
true.
renewables than any human being on Earth. Nobody knows more about polls
I
than me.
love there's a yeller in the background.
Anybody. I know more about renewables than any human being on Earth. Nobody's knows more about polls than me. I know more about courts than any human being on Earth.
I know more about steelworkers than anybody that's ever run for office.
I know more about golf than Obama knows.
I bet, I believe that.
Nobody knows more about banks than I do.
Nobody knows more about trade than me.
Well, obviously, he doesn't know about nuclear weapons. I know more about nuclear weapons than he'll ever know.
I understand the tax laws better than almost anyone.
Who knows more about lawsuits than I do? I'm the king.
I know more about offense and defense than they will ever understand.
Nobody even understands it but me. It's called devaluation.
I understand money better than anybody.
I understand the system better than anybody. Nobody knows more about debt than I do.
Nobody knows the game better than me. And you want to know what's so funny? He's right. This guy went from being a reality TV star to being the president to being convicted for 34 felonies to being completely kicked off of social media, and he arose like a phoenix out of the ashes, and somehow he's the president again. I have never seen something like that ever happen.